2020 has seen some of the best and worst in sports. The tragic death of the beloved Kobe Bryant, the 32-year drought ended by the championship of the Dodgers, and having to deal with COVID. I'm Clara, here with Harrison and Ian to show you what's been going down.
There's a lot that's gone down this year, and we've got you covered. The NBA set a precedent for the rest of the sports world of what an effective bubble looks like, with 0 positive tests after the restart, and a playoff series like no other with social distancing, mandatory mask wearing, and daily testing.
The MLB tried to follow suit through their own playoff bubble and were effective through the majority of the season, with every single player tested daily, but only one positive result on the last game of the season, the Dodgers' Justin Turner. There has been much controversy around it, as there was seemingly no restraint on the former All-Star third baseman from leaving isolation and celebrating the title with his teammates, prompting the MLB to open up an investigation. Reds pitcher Trevor Bauer quickly came to Justin Turner's defense and said the league is at fault for not quickly informing players, ignoring his right to privacy, and how the disease got there in the first place. It was a confusing moment and showed the world that even with all the money and resources the MLB has, COVID still found its way in.
Contrary to other major sports, the NFL started on time, only canceling their preseason. However, some of the biggest names in football like Saquon Barkley, Nick Bosa, Michael Thomas, Christian McCaffrey, Dak Prescott, Odell Beckham Jr., the list goes on, some say are victims to the absence of preseason where many players are able to warm up their bodies preventing injury. But as they say, the show must go on. With the Bucs signing of Tom Brady and Cam Newton to the Pats, the power has shifted amongst the league. The Pats are 2-5, their worst record since 2000, and Ben Roethlisberger's Steelers are undefeated at 7-0. We're only halfway through the season, and we could end up seeing all NFC West teams make the playoffs with the new wildcard structuring.
And hopefully my Rams don't stink it up enough to get out of that picture. Up next, college football. One of the most thrilling things about collegiate sports is the stadium where they play and the loud energy. Schools like Penn State, Georgia, and USC feed off the energy of the crowd, and it's been odd to say the least to see them without it. After a campaign #LetUsPlay by many Pac-12 athletes, Gavin Newsom worked in cahoots with the NCAA to allow for sports and practice facilities to reopen in the state of California and eventually others as well. The Pac-12's first weekend of games will begin this Saturday with USC taking on Arizona State at 9 a.m.
I think we can all agree it's a weird time we're living in. Right now, it'd be a generally quiet time in the sports world, but with Pac-12 football returning and sports trying to return to normalcy, it can help end 2020 on a high note.
Most definitely, Harrison. And with the Lakers and Dodgers winning championships, it did bring smiles to many Angelinos.
Alright, y'all, this has been great, but that's all the time we have for today. This has been Clara, Harrison, and Ian reporting for APN.